and summer are the growth time for most of the plants, and you want to make sure that they get optimal conditions during that time. Hi, this is Ruchi, and let's talk about taking care of your indoor plants during spring and summer. So at the beginning of spring, start by scrutinizing all your plants one by one. The first thing that you want to see is that have they become too big? If they are unwieldy and they look overgrown for the container size or for the space you have, you may want to prune them. And this is the right time to prune them, because if the plant allows, the pruned cuttings you can use to propagate new plants. For example, if you look at this Monstera plant, it has been growing well. It has grown really long, and because I have not given it a support, it's flopping on one side. So, this is a good candidate where, I can prune off these areas and let it grow at the bottom. So if you have plants like this which are growing too tall, too long, you want to prune them, and then whatever cuttings I take from here, I can grow more plants from it. Next, you want to see if their roots are growing out of the containers. Sometimes what happens is that when you look at the plant, it looks all right, healthy, but if you lift it, you will see that the roots are coming out of the planter. That means they are running out of space in the planter. Either it is too crowded over there, or the plant has basically overgrown the container. So you may want to either transplant it to a bigger container or root divide it and make multiple plants out of it. For example, here is one of my pothos plants, and it's growing well. You can see leaves are good. They are slightly more greener. Maybe it's not getting enough light, but that's fine. But the other day, when I took it out, I saw so many roots coming out of it. So this is a candidate either for a transplant to a bigger container, or I reduce the number of plants growing in here because there are maybe too many stems for this container. The third thing that you want to see is diseases. Indoor plants, because they don't get direct sunlight, so they can get some pests. They can get mealybugs, spider mites, fungus, etc. So you want to check your plant thoroughly under the leaf, at the joints, if there are any pests. Generally, you can just wash them off, or if they are in delicate locations, you can use a swab dipped in hydrogen peroxide or rubbing alcohol and clean them up. You'll have to do it maybe 2-3 times at the interval of 4-5 days so that you can get rid of all the pests. And if there is a branch or stem which is badly affected, maybe you want to just cut it off and throw it away. Next, you want to look at the soil level. So over time, the soil washes away in the dripping tray and it goes down, or it decomposes and settles down. So you want to fill up the soil on the container so that plant gets enough support and there is enough soil in it, because container itself is in any case small. So you want to make sure that it is full of soil. But if the soil has gone down too much, like half of the container is kind of empty, you may want to transplant it, meaning take out the plant, put new soil at the bottom, and then put the plant that you took out. Because if you just fill it up on the top, you may bury a lot of stems, and that may not be good for the plant. So if you look at this plant, Monstera adendi, you can see that the soil level has dropped. So I need to add more soil to it. And the last thing you want to do is fertilize your plants monthly with a balanced, slow release fertilizer. Because this is a growth period, so you want to help plant grow better. And follow the fertilizer direction depending on how much they recommend, add that much. When you're adding the fertilizer to your house plants, don't just scatter it on the top. You may want to put the granules and then work it in so that it goes a little bit down. So those are a few tips that I follow to take care of my indoor plants. Number one, see if they are becoming unwieldy. If yes, prune them. Second, if the roots are overgrowing, then maybe transplant them or divide them. Number three, look for diseases. Number four, top up the soil. And number five, fertilize them regularly every month during spring and summer. So I hope this short video was useful to you. If you have any questions, leave me a comment and I'll try to answer as soon as possible. If you like this video, press the like button, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to share it with your friends and family. And I'll see you next time. Happy gardening. Bye.